Welcome to Caribbean Millennials.
Another week of greatness. You know, the greatest podcast. JK.
JK.
Nah, not JK.
Have some confidence in yourself.
Putting it out there in the way, you
Believe in yourself like Kanye believes in Kanye.
God damn, that's a lot of confidence.
That's too much belief there.
On that note,
Okay, well, we'll stick to our one tweet
believe in
that
yourself like Caribbean people believe in it.
our one tweet that went viral
Yeah.
like years ago.
One and done.
If you haven't noticed, we're here. Another episode of the Caribbean Millennials podcast. Episode 125.
Woo.
And it's still looking like, wait, what?
We're
125?
slowly
Yeah,
making it to
125,
200.
Chugga.
125. Another week has gone. I hope you guys all had a good week. Productive one,
Blessings upon blessings.
you know. Or at least I hope you all had a safe week, no tragedy and no wild shit happen.
Sometimes there's one thing in life, there may always be some kind of tragedy. So, even if they had it, we send them love and blessings.
Yeah. If you did have a hard week, I hope this next week is a better one for you. Yeah, so how was your week, guys? What y'all had going on?
I'm not going to go so far back. I just want to speak about today. I took some time to reconnect with nature. I laid a towel down in my backyard and was just watching the clouds and put my feet in the grass, and it was lovely. And then I went and had like a spa day with, myself. When you take that like extra long shower, shampoo in your hair, face mask, light your candles. That was my vibe. And I feel so great right now.
All right.
In summary, do the little things to take care of yourselves, folks.
Okay. And Annie, how was your week?
My week was not too bad. Very busy. Went to work very early every day this week.
Damn.
But
You know what they say about that early bird?
Yeah, I didn't get no worms.
I was about to say, who said he wasn't to catch a wolf?
But other than that, the week was pretty good. Experienced some fine cuisine at Faye's Gastro.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Yeah.
But
Fake at the check,
yeah, if you want to go down there, you're on your own, but not sponsored.
What you had?
I had a smoked salmon dish, a meat board, and
Do you mean a charcuterie?
I couldn't pronounce it, so I just said meat board.
A meat and cheese board.
A charcuterie board.
Yeah. Oui.
I had the unique wine and
Okay, stop.
Oh my God. You sounded real French right now. Oh, you have a wine cellar?
Oh yeah. And then I had the sirloin with potatoes and veggies.
How did you have the sirloin?
Medium well.
Why? Did you choose medium well, or is that something they chose?
No, I always choose medium well.
Change your life.
Change your life.
Why?
Oh my God.
It's better on the other side.
It's...
What, you'll eat it raw?
I'm putting it... No. Sir, medium. I like medium rare to medium. Let me...
Vernon is a meat man. We haven't spoken about this on the podcast.
That's my thing.
You see, the thing is, right? In St. Lucia
things.
versus the US, it's different.
Oh, so you're saying you don't trust them? That's why
I don't trust. Right? So if I know the place, like I would do medium and medium rare at Big Chef. Because Big Chef have a long-standing history of doing meat well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I understand. I see.
But anywhere else I go, like for the first time, I'm not.
You go medium well.
Next thing you'll have me food poisoning for the next 2 weeks.
Okay, I understand. Well, I just risk it. I just go medium.
I'm in the US, I would risk it because lawsuit.
No. Well, here's the reason why I go medium. Yeah, understand. But here's the reason why I go medium. Because sometimes you say medium and they overcook it and you get medium well, or they undercook it and you get like medium rare.
Yeah. Okay, nice in between.
Yeah. So I feel that's a nice in between. Because if you were aiming for medium rare, then you end up getting medium if they overcook it, or you end up getting rare if they undercook it. I'm not about the whole rare. Like, I don't want my steak moving on the plate. Okay? I like medium rare. I feel it's like the perfect way, because like it have a good texture. It's like it melting in your mouth type thing.
Yeah,
medium, it still have that, but it's still firmer. Anyway, we're not getting.
I apologize in advance to any of y'all listening who are waiting for a meal.
But
yeah, I'm sorry.
One thing we were supposed to do that we never did as friends was to do the Big Chef challenge.
There's a Big Chef challenge?
That it's a massive steak.
How
you have to eat a 64-ounce steak,
64 ounce.
Light work.
And if you can finish, you get a free steak to cook yourself.
So I eat a steak to get another steak?
Yeah.
All right, next time I come home. Done.
Yeah. And it still hurts me till this day. I have nightmares about it.
But you haven't done it?
Yeah.
But you don't want you want to go with a group of people.
Friends, yeah. I don't do it by myself. That's just sad.
What?
I don't want to go with y'all. Go and do that by yourself.
So me, you, Popo, Jean-Luc, Danny.
Yeah, just go as the fellas. Because
I really Big Chef want to give me a free steak. They can just say that, Anyway, so Danny did that.
What about you?
It sounded like was it reasonably priced?
That's where we get to the hiccup in things. The food was great, but the price was
greater,
exorbitant, I find.
Okay.
Yeah. I find the value per dollar wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the amount that we spent, if we spent that like Big Chef, Memories of Hong Kong, Razzmatazz, like
you get more.
The classical good places in St. Lucia, we would have gotten like probably double the meal.
But it's like it's fine dining, right? Isn't it? So it's like smaller plates and stuff like that.
Fancy, smaller, plate fancy type thing.
Yes, but then Orlando's does that as well, but they a lot better priced.
Okay.
Yeah, and as well as the other place, Tapas. Right, so it's fine dining and the portions are smaller, but the value and the price reflects that.
Full transparency, Vernon and I are not fine dining people. Like we rather go somewhere like
if I come
send me to a barbecue shop.
Don't bring that small fancy plate of food and stack.
Yeah, and then you pay in like $60, $70 a plate.
Nah, they are not getting me with that. I can tell you that right now.
I see.
I see from that. Nothing against fine dining.
That's the thing about eating out too, like sometimes you go out places, go out for dinners, all well and good, and then you go and spend money on groceries and you compare that to what you spent on food and you're like, damn, I could have.
So here's the thing. Me and Anushka, we were having that conversation like later in the week, and you were just asking me about how do I feel about eating out now and like how we eat out and whatnot. And I was saying, I feel like when we eat, she was saying when we eat out, it's like we eat out at okay places, but not like super fancy and whatnot. And I was saying, I feel like the reason why, because we used to eat at fancy places. We used to. But I think when we got the house and like I got into like trying to like cook different meats and whatnot, I was like, I don't want to go to these fancy places where I can make that at my home and feel more satisfied. Like for instance, that steak I made on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Like I felt like if I made that steak in a restaurant, I'd have to sell that steak for like $80 type thing.
Because the thing for us is almost like sometimes we maybe think too economically, where it's like, okay, I could go to a really nice restaurant and pay $50 for a plate, or I could go to Costco and buy 4 steaks for $50.
Exactly. And the 4 steaks are probably really good cuts.
Now, granted, of course, time, convenience, whatever. I'm not talking about if it's for a special occasion or anything. I just talking
But here's the thing,
so.
even sometimes for special occasions, I kind of like cooking my steaks at my home. I kind of like doing it.
But that's us, right?
I enjoy doing it and then seeing my wife's reaction when she cuts into it and she eats it, that kind of thing.
And I don't have to wear no tight clothes, that
exactly, be comfortable,
if my belly press.
And it's still the same. I can put all the lights off. I put one light on and still get that ambience kind of.
Okay, man.
The kind of thing. No, not saying, right? Not saying I'm against a restaurant. I'm just saying, like, I realize
that's what we've leaned towards.
Towards like cooking at home and whatnot.
Like, let me tell you all, if my husband wants to cook me some lamb, hello.
Well, I mean, I've cooked lamb for you already. You've never complained. Remember the lamb at Christmas time? Dog. All right, let's move on.
Okay, sorry. We haven't had dinner. Sorry.
Yeah. So we have adulted. I feel like we adulted hardcore when we started to make this kind of like economical decisions. If I eat out, is it better for me to, at home kind of thing?
Yeah.
Plus, I think I'm in the stage in my life where I want to have dinner parties. I'm telling people, come over, we have some wine and eat and chat and that kind of thing. I don't know if I necessarily about the let's go to a restaurant group thing kind of. Yeah. So, all right. So Danny had a interesting time.
Oh yeah.
So would you recommend that place?
I would recommend everybody try it once and see if it's for you.
Okay.
If it is for you and you think the value is there, then by all means. But I think it's an experience. So like I enjoyed the experience, but I wouldn't do it again anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah. But I definitely enjoyed the experience. The food was tasted very good. The price was just heavy on the wallet.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the price per enjoyment was not as high as like if I had gone to Memories.
And I think it's because you've gone to these other places, right? And you've seen what you get for that same price.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, at heart, I'm not like a super fancy eater, so some classic fries and good wings, be like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, you keep it simple.
Yeah,
I love that you phrased it in that way, price per enjoyment, right? And I think like that's exactly what we were describing, but like a nice little way to phrase it and something that you can apply in multiple parts of your life, right? Like it's like, okay, like is the enjoyment like with the price? Is the like even stuff like when I go shopping and whatever and I see a piece of clothing I like, I'm like, do I dollar value like this? Like, do I, if it's $50, if it's, $20 whatever, or do I $50 like this?
I mean, yeah, they say that for cars too. Smiles per gallon. That's what people say. Yeah. So,
speaking about gallons,
dog,
bro,
I feel like I would start walking everywhere.
Speaking about staying at home and doing your groceries and cooking.
But before we end, you'll have it. That was the Ball Guy review of what's the name of the place?
Fake Astronomy.
Fake Astronomy.
You heard it here. Ball Guy review.
But when you go there, drink your drinks before you go there, so you don't have to buy drinks. Just
and that's your Ball Guy tip of the day. Top tip. So the economy is fucked. I don't know. I don't know if it's fucked, but gas prices have been like in Texas. Imagine
everywhere.
I'm in Texas, but it's bad when we in Texas complaining. So I can only imagine what other places experience.
Oh yeah, like New York,
brother. Yeah.
In Texas, yesterday it was $3.60 for regular.
Oh, then my car never moving if it's that. $3.60. I'll walk I don't even own a car again. I don't own a car. Yeah.
And you have to go to your license.
I go for your car. Not with mine.
But here's the thing, even if it's
electricity.
Right?
Even if it's $3.60, you might as well still fill up your tank now because you don't know what is gonna be.
My car is 3/4 tank. Exactly. I'm not touching that. That's staying where it is. If regular is $3.60, I don't want to know what premium is. I go on that front.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to my imagination. Probably like $4.50. Oh my god, my belly feels dirty there. I don't want to imagine how much it will cost me to fill up there.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody feeling the effects of the pricing,
I will have to
inflation.
fill up soon.
Yeah.
Did they change prices for y'all in St. Lucia?
Well, we're on a 3-week cycle.
Oh yeah, you said so. It's next week.
They change prices every 3 weeks. So last Monday they remain the same. So I suspect 3 weeks from last Monday just passed, it might go up. Or if it doesn't go up, then definitely after.
Oh my!
Because the supply we get, like they try and keep it as steady as possible, but there's only so much you can do when there's war. So
yeah. It's one of the people on our street who works for one of these, gas station companies. He was telling us make sure to fill up as soon as possible because they were turning away Russian ships with gas.
So the Russian oil also play now.
And for them at their gas station company, they were their cost increased by 50 cents a gallon. Ooh. So if their cost increased by 50 cents a gallon, what they passing on to retail is gonna be way more than that. So
yeah, there you have it. That's your economic news for the week.
Yeah.
What's going on in the streets?
Pull up now and use the fuel economically before they supply.
Pull up now and take the bus. Yeah. Use the bus driver gas.
The good thing is that usually when the markets reopen, there's so much oil that they have to sell it at a much lower price to get it all out.
I hope.
So, but you see, I don't want to be like a conspiracy theorist or anything, but right?
Okay.
Right. I sympathize with Ukraine. Right, I would like this war to be over, but I don't see why the rest of the world have to suffer
for that. Right,
for the disagreement between these two countries.
Okay, I'm happy someone said it because I feel the same way.
Especially, right, because when other countries are in disagreements, violent disagreements, the rest of the world goes on like nothing is happening.
Nothing happened. Yeah, right.
So, I mean, why is this so different now? Like a few white Christians die and it's like, oh my God, what's going on?
Remember when they had whatever going on in Israel or whatnot? No one, everything was moving like normal. Like,
Palestine.
Right?
And then Syria, Libya, like.
Nothing stopped. Russia attacked Ukraine, the whole world up in arms. Oh my God. Yeah, so, you want to do something there,
Yeah, it's weird. Like now, all of a sudden, oil is not
the deeper, darker.
Yeah, Russian oil is not good. Like okay, and then when Russia apologizes, it'll be good again. Troops.
First of all, Russia is never going to apologize. We all know that. So let's not hold our breath.
In other, foreign diplomacy.
Foreign diplomats, foreign relation reporters.
Prime Minister Mia Mottley, our one of our faves.
Okay.
She's in Ghana right now and was invited as a guest of honor for Ghana's 65th independence celebration. So gave a speech there, and everyone who hears Mia loves Mia. So that's what's happening.
I hope she's securing over them $100 Ghanaian flight tickets.
Maybe.
So. What else? That's it?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think...
So it really seems like outside is very, very open. And this summer, people have a lot of hopes for it to be all the way open, especially in regards to Carnival. So there are a lot of...
St. Lucia off curfew.
Yeah, St. Lucia. Yeah, Adani is free to roam
in the streets.
The funny thing is, the new curfew started yesterday, and I swear it was 11 o'clock and I was ready to go home and sleep.
Wow.
Because you all been doing it for so long.
Yep.
You'll learn how to maximize your time, your fun in that time window, that time frame. So by 11, like, all right,
it was 11. I'm just like, yeah. And then we went somewhere and just like, okay, this crowd, the rain, they took power. I was like,
oh my God.
All these are signs.
To go out your
all these are signs. So 11:15 and like we were like home time movie.
Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of Caribbean countries announced their plans for their carnivals later on this year. So you'll know all of the carnival people are super duper excited and preparing for that. Vernon has a very apprehensive look on his face right now. But guys, everyone's emotions about about all kinds of things is a spectrum, right? Some people are gonna be like, ew, I want nothing to do with that. Some people are gonna be like, oh my god, can't wait, when can I book a flight? Kind of sort of thing. So yeah, that's that's happening.
You see, you know what? Nope, not getting into that. I refuse to. I said
good job.
2022, I'm giving this virus as little airplay on my podcast as possible. So good luck, enjoy, stay safe, all the best. I'll be watching from the sidelines.
At home.
What else? I don't know. This week I kind of wasn't really on social media, if I'm being honest. Kind of stayed away. I don't know. I needed a little step away. Not that I saw anything, but I just wanted to just focus on other things,
Yeah, and I think that's necessary, right? So one of the things we got, kind of our topic for today is a little bit about social media, and it's probably part of the reason why one of the reasons you want to step away. What we're talking about today is the content on social media and what people do to create content.
The things they're doing for clout, basically.
Yeah, like they do anything for clout.
And it's bad. It's some of the stuff I've been seeing, and I think it actually was after seeing one of these videos. I was like, I don't know. I kind of just step away from like Instagram and stuff for a little bit, because you're doing a lot of weird shit that just like. So like the first one I saw, and me and Anushka end up having a conversation about that, is people are doing things on social media now and recording, and it's like to test other people's humanity or kindness. And I'm going to be honest, after the first 2 or 3 times seeing it, it's not cool anymore. So the perfect example, I saw a video, a guy in the Walmart checkout line, you guys have probably seen it, and he asked people to buy a bottle of water for him and saying he forgot his wallet in the car. And everybody who says no, and then the one lady who said yes is like, well, since it was a social experiment, and since you said yes, I go to buy all your groceries for you. I 100% disagree with that. I think that's painting people in a bad light. First of all, you don't know what somebody have going on in the day. I'm not saying anybody have an excuse to be shitty or horrible to somebody, but you don't know what somebody have going on in the day. And then for you to just come stick a camera in the face, hey, can you buy a bottle of water for me? I forget my wallet in the car, blah blah blah. It's like, dog, you don't know what I'm doing. You just put that camera in my face. You don't know what I have going on. For right now, the groceries I buy, not even for me. It's for somebody in need. I buying it. I don't even have much, and now you ask me to buy a bottle of water. And then if I say no, it's like you're trying to guilt trip me. And if I say yes, like, oh, congratulations, you win a prize, I buy a grocery. Like, I feel that's dumb. I don't know why this is a thing now. I don't know. You all may disagree with me. What's your take on it,
Adani?
Personally,
I just try and ignore these things because there's so many of them. Like this is just another take on the gold digger girl with Lambo's face,
right?
And the ask girl for number. If she turns it down, then
gets in your Lamborghini.
Yeah, get in a Lamborghini.
Or show you have a lot of money.
Yeah, show you have a lot of money, and then the girl that does pick you, then you take her out to dinner, whatever. It's just tiring. It's just
exactly.
And I just think it's people just wanting content for their channels and whatever. And it's good that you find somebody that's good. But, people have all sorts of stuff going on in their life.
Well, and I think it also may affect people's behavior because people may say no just because they don't think you're genuine either, right?
Or say yes because they know they'll get something out
exactly.
of it. Somebody saying yes to buying your bottle of water or something doesn't necessarily mean they're a good person. I could say yes and buy you the bottle of water and you buy my groceries and immediately walk out of the supermarket and run somebody over for fun. Because I'm
or flip somebody off,
or go home and beat my girlfriend or something.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make somebody a good person.
The funny thing is we don't even know if that person that actually paid was real. Like,
Exactly.
all of that could just be theater.
All of it could be a setup. Yeah. Now, the other thing, so you talking about somebody in a supermarket, but another one that they do is they do that stuff with actual less fortunate people out on the street or even in third world countries, right? There's some of them that like little vendors and stuff in Latin America, they're like, oh hey, can I have a cup of coffee or whatever? I don't have any money, whatever. And because the people just generous and, give something, then they're going to reward them with however much hundreds of US dollars, which they don't even see that money, in their life. But like, why does it have to be a test of somebody's humanity kind of sort of thing?
Give somebody something because you genuinely want to help them, just
give it to them.
You shouldn't have to test them before they get it.
Or get some piece of viral worthy content, because here's the thing, right? On the back end of that $200, $300 they giving somebody is an investment in their video for them to make the money back on YouTube, TikTok, whatever, right? So even they trying to seem all like altruistic and, humanitarian, but they doing it to get money back or get clout.
I don't know. The social media has people doing all types of things with themselves that like, it's like, how can you look in the mirror at yourself and be happy with yourself after doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw one where a guy was like, he dropped his wallet and a homeless guy gave it back to him. He's like, oh, hey, keep the money and whatnot. And it's like, okay, yeah, it's cool the homeless guy give it back to you and whatnot, but you shouldn't be testing people like that.
But that also shows
on the street,
that also shows what the recorder thinks of people in general. That they expect. Exactly.
If you see a homeless person and you want to help them, just give them the money. You have to test them. Will they give me back my wallet when I drop it? No.
The whole scenario of people just recording these things is just cringy to me. Because if you really wanted to help people, you would not be recording every single thing.
Exactly. That's.
I mean, I understand if you're doing like a drive, like where you
right,
or
and
some
you
one
want
of these
publicity for your drive.
Different,
so,
we
but
if you're just helping people randomly, why you have a random camera guy following you around?
I'm just gonna say, you all know it's the saviors, quote unquote, that doing that, right? But we just leave that there.
A certain category of
saviors.
They think they have to help everybody, and everybody must be happy that they're out here helping them.
Yep,
absolutely. I really hope one day, when they go and help somebody with their cameraman and whatnot, a group of homeless people jump them and take their camera equipment and take all this stuff and go and pawn it and get money. Yeah, this has to start happening to these people for them to know not to be doing. I don't think this is funny. It's not genuine. You're not genuine.
Now,
it's cringe.
Yeah, it is cringy. So let's move on to another type of content that we've seen, right? I think this one started out okay, and that's the thing with some content. Sometimes it's okay to start out doing something, but then when it becomes successful, they then beat it like a dead horse kind of sort of
we
thing.
See it in everything. We see it in music. Somebody comes for a new sound. Everybody does a new sound.
Well, not even that, right? Let's just not go on to everybody, but just say an individual does a content piece. It turns out well. They make a series of it, and then they continue down the rabbit hole of making, and that's the only thing that they do now. And then because people know them for being that
like
guy
doing the pranks.
Well, not necessarily, but maybe that. And then people, they become known so much for doing those things that it ends up losing the value that it had before. And also because then they start getting paid things to the. I'll give you an example, right? So the guy that's like, hey, cool car, cool house, what do you do for a living? Hey, I love your car. Hey, I love your house. What do you do for a living? Those videos.
And somebody stop me. Hey, I love your car. What do you do for a living? I cussing them. You don't know me from nowhere. You don't.
I
know
just
me
don't
from
answer.
Adam's left toe. Why you feel so comfortable coming up to me and asking me that question? That is weird to me. But you see, here's the thing.
But one, you are a private person, so that will always be bothersome for you. I think the ones about the house, that disturbs me a lot more. Because like, why are you just walking up to my house?
You just feel so comfortable to walk up to my house. If I have a mansion, you walk up my driveway, you ring my doorbell, you show my house, my exterior of my house, so somebody can figure out where my house is now. Just to ask me what I do for a living.
Why do I owe that to you? Why do I owe that to you?
But here's the thing. Here's the next thing I want to say. These people will always get content and get people to answer because the people on the receiving end in front of the camera, they want to be seen. They want to show off. They want to let people know, oh yeah, I got it because of this, that, or whatever. They freely give up that information. That is invasion of people's privacy, in my opinion.
But for him, I mean, in one yes, but the other angle is there is a curiosity, and there was a curiosity around okay, these people with their big houses, because we've driven around, right, and seen big houses, and like, my God, look at that house. Like, what do these people, do?
True.
Right. So I think that's where it came, it originated from, that curiosity.
You do one video, you do two.
But just three. Doing it over.
Now we're on 50. We're on part 50.
But 60. Remember, they get the content deals, they get whatever and that kind of thing. And now it's people booking him essentially. Hey, I want to come see my yachts, want to come see my this, want to come see my that. So then it's not organic anymore. Right.
Everybody just wants some kind of fame.
I don't want no
popularity. Because the people who inviting him now, they want to show off what they have. Like that is weird to me. That is cringe. I mean, I know sometimes you get something nice and shiny, you get a little satisfaction in showing it off. You want people but to the point where you're inviting somebody to shoot content on it to be like they're faking it. Hey, what do you do for a living? How do you have this? Like, it's not organic at this point.
Nope.
It's fake. This guy did not just some of these houses are gated. How did he get in here? Somebody had to let him in.
We realize we've just basically gone full circle. Like, we left MTV Cribs and we just like privatized
you the MTV Cribs.
We've just privatized MTV Cribs.
Yeah. That's Danny, you hit the nail on the head. And that's Pimp My Ride. Too.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Exactly. We've come full circle.
Wow. What a life.
Look at that.
Look in that something.
So there's also another one which is also very strange too, which is like it's something they do on college campuses. So people walking around with their headphones on. Hey, what are you listening to?
First of all, if someone has the headphones on, they probably don't want to talk to other people. Usually, okay, I don't know for y'all, I can speak for me. When I was in college and I leave in a class and I go to another class, I put my headphones on, I'm on a mission. My plan is to get from this class to the next class. I need some music in between, but I'm on a mission. I don't want to be stopped. I don't want to talk to anybody. I am going.
But I guess I guess the reason why it has pull is, one, it may show like different kinds of music and like the profile of the people who is listening to certain kinds of music. Okay. So I think that's why it gets the interest. But I do think those things get old after a while. All of those things get old, and it's like
all of those things get old. It's not interesting. It's not funny. Sometimes somebody's on their way. They're just on their business. They don't want to be bothered. And now you've bothered them. You've stopped. You've taken time out of their day to ask them a dumb question.
But I guess you have those things, right? But then you have, so an individual creator does that, fully takes, leverage or, squeezes juice out of, their idea. But then on top of that, you have people who then go and recreate and do the same thing. All right. So then it's just like an exponential increase of everyone doing that, same kind of content, which is just like, But so, I mean, here we're talking about the annoying things, but there's also like genuine creators who go and put their work into doing something unique, innovative. They had their original idea and went and did something. And then you have these content vultures that then go and steal their idea or steal their content and play it off as if it was theirs, like not even giving original credit, like, oh, I got this idea, from this person or that person. Because especially with reels, right? People are coming up with like super cool, things and video edited, and especially if you're the original person who put all of the work in trying to figure out how to film something, do whatever.
You saying something and you want to know the funny thing, it's a common set of people. There's a set of people. It's the same set of people who are stealing the other people's content.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same group stealing from another group, and it's always the same group they're stealing from. No. I'm not saying, but people can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And I mean, we saw it. It's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
It's in all these things.
Well,
on
and
Instagram
the
for the reels, TikTok for TikToks. It's all over the place.
And the other interesting thing about it is it enters this space of, when someone made music, when someone made art, when someone made all of these kinds of things, there's a certain kind of like intellectual property or whatever behind, this kind of thing. But now just with this online content thing, like it doesn't seem like there's any of that, right? So like anything is able to be reproduced. You don't have unique ownership over, any kind of these things. And I would say a lot of these content creators, those that, really take it seriously, like what they do is art, but it isn't treated like art in terms of like the protections and stuff around, or the credits, around that.
So that's my thing. Some of them will say, you put it out there, it's fair use.
Yep.
We can use it and whatnot. It's not like you.
Because the thing is, because there's not the quote unquote like legality around it, it is just,
I think there's certain things there is a legality about and that people can sue and whatnot, but there's some of it that it's fair game. It's out there. It's not the idea the thing you did is not unique per se, or we can use it and we can get away with it. It's not like if someone, let's say someone developed a new in a video, they show you they're developing a new product, and then you have other people coming out and developing the same product on their video and saying that's theirs kind of thing. Then you can say, well, you have it here, it was me kind of thing. But it's odd. It's a strange space. And I think it's a massive gray area.
Well, and the other thing is with a lot of these platforms, with a lot of content, the intention is for people to reproduce or be trending or be on a like trending thing, which is strange, right? Because as humans, like it's all for us to be like unique and, whatever. But on these platforms, you literally, with these trends and trending, things, the goal is for people to just like repeat and mimic each other. But here's the thing. Right?
There are some people who are very confident in their content and whatnot, and they'll say, I can give you the recipe and you can still never recreate my sauce.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's very interesting. Adani, as a creator.
Right? Adani, you're the biggest creator out
on here. What's your thought?
I think that it's like a fine line, because like on one end, sometimes the people who actually make the trend, like they get the recognition and they get the exposure that they desire. But then other times, like it's very weird in the way people just easily copy each other. But I will say like a lot of how it's set up now is promoting copying each other, because a lot of the instructions on various stuff is like, hey, pick your favorite 10 pictures and time it to this song.
Or using the same sounds, using the same music. Yeah.
Or they'll ask people questions and they'll get to do it. So a lot of that stuff is okay. But then a lot of people just recreate what others do, in that, like, people did their own skits and then people just take the voice over and reenact it with them doing it instead.
Yeah.
So it's not illegal, but at the same time, it's just like
it's cringe.
I think that the title for this episode is cringy content.
It is cringy content. All of it is cringy content. It's like you couldn't even like come up with your own stuff. Like,
but I think the other thing is some of these people feel like they're underneath so much pressure to put out things and create things that they, just willing to do whatever, right?
I think my issue with all of this is when the person copying, the person who did the copying gets more recognition than the person who actually originated the idea. If the person who originated the idea or originated the content got the recognition and the popularity or whatever that came with it, then that's fine. But the moment it's almost like they get erased from it, that's when it becomes an issue.
Well, and some of these people, they go and they do research on smaller creators, right? Yes. That have less following or whatever, to go and get ideas from.
That was a rabbit hole I went down a couple of months ago, and I found out a lot of people on YouTube in particular, they do that. Like they to the point some of them will even reach out to the smaller creators and say, oh, let's work together on something. And it's just to be able to steal ideas from that person and then go back and execute it and whatnot. So it's boy.
Cringy content.
People just fucking each other over for no reason. It's odd.
That's why it's important to protect your energy. Be mindful of what you're consuming. Because the other thing I find is these platforms try to throw that content down your throat, like they like push that like over and over and over. Yeah, man. So that's all I have. So
yeah, I don't know who else there. There's a lot of strange shit going on out there in this social media, and I think like it's even stranger now. Like YouTube and Twitch in particular give a lot of these people some strange platforms to do some strange stuff. So I don't know. Like I don't know if I want to talk about that Eden Ross fella. That was just a weirdo to me. So I mean, yeah, Eden Ross. So there's this Twitch, this YouTuber / streamer. He's known for streaming and like making videos on NBA 2K and Grand Theft Auto. But a lot of these people, when they stream and make videos, they have a shtick, I guess, a persona or something they try to play off, to draw people to them. And his whole thing is, I don't know if it's pranks, I don't know what it is, but he invites people on his stream and he interviews them and talks to them. But like in the middle of the interview, he'll do random like little like, I don't know how to word it because I don't want to be offensive, but he does random little like gay acts. Like he'll sit in their lap, he'll try and grab their dick. Like it's just random little stuff. And like
to strangers?
Yes. And that's the thing. And I'm realizing there's a generation of people the younger generation, they think that stuff is funny.
That's not funny though.
And here's why I say that, because I have a friend who streams, and some of those people who watch that Aiden Ross guy, they watch him and they'll come in his chat and they'll say some of the stuff, repeat some of the stuff Aiden Ross say, like, oh, twerk for me, or like just random. And it's like that like, I don't know why you think that's funny. It's not funny. And people have made videos about the Aiden Ross saying that like they suspect he's secretly gay and he's trying to like pass it off type thing. But it's just a bunch of cringe content at the end of the day. And I'm not judging anybody for their sexual preference. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But I don't think you ambush someone who comes on your stream with that kind of behavior. In that, like you randomly hopping in their lap, or like you playing one-on-one basketball in the middle of like defending somebody, you grab their ass, that kind of thing. Like someone said, like that's the kind of thing that you do to the wrong person, it can get you killed
in a game.
Because some of the people he interviews are rappers and whatnot. He's had for like Tory Lanez and The Game and whatnot on his Twitch stream and whatnot. So imagine you try and do that to some of them fellas. Them fellas might take that the wrong way and just beat you, that kind of thing. It's people just, it's straight.
I just, again, very, it's a different world, yo. Like, and I think like, even how you say that, right? About like the lines being blurred for people between like what's appropriate on social media / online versus reality, right?
I honestly, some days I see some of these things and I honestly think, dog, they should just take the internet away from us.
Well, even it's interesting because we're technically, in Lent now for anyone observing. And, a lot of people give up social media for Lent, right? Just because, it's...
You need a break from all this shit.
Even just to be with your own thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't blame them at all. It can be so much.
Yeah.
People put out so much, like...
Especially these past few weeks with all the war stuff, like all the war fake news, and suddenly everybody wants to be a news reporter. Jet over Ukraine. Okay, video game. This is just too much.
Yeah.
I saw a video... I think it was last week Sunday, a video, and a guy was showing, do not believe every video you see out there. And he was basically showing how easy it is to fake a video. And he was basically showing a lady walking in the street and there's a house behind her. And within a couple seconds, he had edited the video to look like a bomb had hit the house. Flames, fire, all kind of thing in a video. And it's like, all of these
things are getting so much more advanced with what you're actually able to just even do from your phone, right?
Sure. People using AI now,
Wow.
to pull that shit off now. Guys, I think the major takeaway from all of this, you now have to be very wary of the content you take in and you give time and energy to. You have to watch what you're inviting, because a lot of that stuff can just mess with your mental health, Like
and just fooling your head with magie.
Yeah. No, you say you laughing, but it really is fooling your head with nonsense.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's okay to unfollow somebody. Like the content not for you. And here's the thing. Sometimes it doesn't
even have to be a creator. It could literally be somebody who you know from somewhere,
and
or
that's
whatever.
What I'm saying. Somebody's posting, they start out one way and it changes to another way that doesn't align with what you want to see. It's okay. You may not want to unfollow them. Mute them.
Hide, whatever.
Mute. It's okay to just not give these things energy.
Note how you feel when before you go and open a social media app, when you feeling like you open in a social media app, or as you open one, ask yourself, why am I here?
So yeah, sometimes you have to be a bit purposeful with why you open it.
Right? Am I looking for entertainment? Am I bored? Am I just did my hands just automatically do this because of habit? Kind of sort of thing. Because the other thing is, like, when you go on these things, you opening yourself for other people to like get into your mind, right?
Yeah.
Get into your mind, get into your space, whatever. So
yeah, last week, I saw someone, they were saying they were signing up for this like experiment, some study where they were paying people to not use social media for a amount of time. I'm like, send that for me. I would sign up for that gladly. I can not use social media. Like,
I've done it where I've logged out of account and I've put on timers for how I use it, and it pisses me off. I'll log out of things, but just out of habit, I'll click the app. But doing that, it makes you like check your behavior and makes you like do that thinking point of like, okay, do I want to log in? Like what? Because that's something we used to do when we were like growing up and stuff. Log out of things, log out of different accounts, log out of MSN Messenger, log out of Facebook. Right.
Logging in was so satisfying.
No, but even just like now on your phone, you don't have to log out, but you can, right?
Yeah.
And then the tools they bury it, right? Because they don't want you to log out.
You can log out or you can mute.
Yeah.
Well, jokes on the tools. There are times I can sit there and let me tell you something. Anushka's seen my notification tree on my phone.
Oh my god, it frustrates me.
She just get frustrated. How you have so many notifications? Because sometimes I just don't pick up my phone.
And then he vexes me. Oh, Anushka, yes, I sent you something on Instagram. I'm like, no, my Instagram notifications are off. Like,
yeah, that's different. Because your husband sent you something, but I can sit there and not pick up my phone for a whole day if I want. And my notification will just pile up notifications.
Yeah, I need to be more conscious about that, to be honest.
It doesn't move me anymore. Call me an old man. Maybe I tend to an old.
And hey, that's the thing. Maybe if that's where we are, we just need to embrace it, right? Like sit into it.
Sometimes I don't want to sit there with my thoughts. I want to see what other people doing, or when people spewing their dumb thoughts on the internet. Like I don't want that. So yeah, guys, be wary, be mindful of the content you consume, because it's clearly changed, and I hope everyone has a good week, productive. Hope you'll get what you want. Hope you'll find a big stack of money.
Hey,
it's been another episode of the Caribbean Millennials podcast. We're out.
Bye.